So this is day 4 and I have my contact lenses on today, so it's unlikely the glasses will irritate me. Actually, I need to turn off the light in a room first, then we'll carry on. So instead of walking up, I'm going to start the video walking down today, so something different. And hopefully I can make some progress in building the Hocus Pocus set. Okay, this is where we at yesterday. So first we're going to put this somewhere. And then gonna take the rest of the stuff out from the box. Obviously the instructions, the bigger pieces, and bag number 4. I think there's only one bag for bag number 4, so I think that's okay. I should start opening again. Hopefully I don't struggle opening the bag again today. Yes, it's easier to open today than yesterday. And here we go. One thing with Lego, I recommend, don't rush to buy stuff day one. As I mentioned yesterday, most of the time, once you leave the set a little bit, you get plenty of chances to buy Lego with pretty good discount. And, with everything so expensive nowadays, it's a good strategy to get stuff on your wish list. I think I need to get a fan next to me, but then having a fan might have a negative effects on the audio. It's pretty hot today. I think I might end up sweating quite a bit while building Lego. Can you believe it? Like, sweat while building Lego? Sounds like a leg workout. Now just spread this stuff a little bit more, making sure like all the round pieces didn't, roll down the table, because sometimes it's just annoying to, go down the floor and try to pick stuff up. And I think I should get a bookmark so I can flip to the page where I ended the previous day. So I also need the capes. If you recall from yesterday, the capes in this tiny case here, and today we need the purple one. So here's the purple one. Okay, here we go. It's really nice to get new minifigure with like lovely printing. And don't forget the cape, and I put it in. So depending on what type of Lego fan are you, I usually like minifigures. So one of the most enjoying part is to build a minifigure, even though it's nothing complicated. So we need the green potion here. I might just remove the minifigure from what I built yesterday. I haven't really checked the camera. Well, I did check once, so hopefully the angle is right. Otherwise, it's going to be a really awkward video again. Alright, here we go. So today is, usually I get a few days working from home, and Tuesday and Wednesday are the days that I drive to office, hence the contact lens, because the glasses is not accurate enough, and so it's not safe to wear the glasses to drive to work. It's around 25 kilometers from my house, so better be safe than sorry. Yeah, and because of the injury, I didn't go to the office yesterday, but I did today, because there's some colleagues from a remote location visiting us, so it's better to turn up for the occasion. Anyway, I actually quite look forward to complete the set. So far, as I mentioned yesterday, is pretty good so far. And my head kind of blank at the moment, so kind of figuring out how to describe the process and what kind of talk that I should initiate. This kind of situation happens. Not every day we got stuff to talk about, and you don't really want to go too off topic, right? Oh, actually, this is quite an interesting piece. I don't know if I mentioned in some previous review video before, but it's a five studs piece. It's kind of introduced fairly recently. Um, in the old style of Lego, it's all like very unlikely to get this type of pieces. It's actually quite versatile and able to do some very interesting stuff with it. One thing quite troublesome for being a adult fan of Lego is like you tend to run out of space, right? But you keep buying a set. It's like, should you only buy once you finish building one, and once you finish building one, that you need to figure out the space, and then you move on to the next one, all because of, again, like the fear of missing out and the urge to complete certain collections, uh, which end up the situation where you end up buying uh, more before you finish building it. I don't know. I feel like, hey, just keep building it, and once you build it, you got to figure out uh, where to place it, right? And that motivates you to like do other stuff. I also find putting the window pieces fun as well. But I always like try to make sure the clear piece kind of always face the same way. Like sometimes it's hard to tell, but you can touch and feel which way it is. Well, there's no official statement on which is the right way or the wrong way, but I like to be consistent on all the Lego sets I build. And that's why sometimes it's quite, I wouldn't say frustrating, but makes me don't want to share a build, especially the one with like lots of windows, because not everyone on the same page as me, and if they put into the wrong direction, it just not feel as good when you look at the build. That's just me. It might happen to other people as well. Um, but yeah, these are the stuff that can be annoying at times. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is whether you enjoying the whole process. That's the most important part. And I think I got everything put up correctly. And then just need to put into the right place. I think it's here. Sometimes it's when it's a bit small, it's hard to put it in. I think I should put the build in an angle which you can see, but because of how the camera set up, so it's hard to see the detail compared to some other speed build video. To do speed build video just because of the environment setup, it's actually pretty tiring because I usually build on the floor and it hurts my back. I'm not getting any younger. And talking about aging, recently went to Paramore, like one of my favorite band. Um, it's a really good show, but at the same time, because getting older and not that fit, right? So I really want to jump along the beats, but unfortunately, I got seriously tired after the first songs, and instead of just keep jumping around, I end up just moving my body. Um, at least the show was really good. The only disappointment is that the sound is not as good. Like you just can't hear the vocal in location. But if you take a video with all the noise cancelling, then it turns out to be fine. And yeah, sometimes that happens. Um, but in New Zealand, most of the concerts I went to, the sound usually not that good. I think it's also to do with the venue. It's extremely difficult to get you know the acoustic rights in such a venue not designed for concert, right? So yeah, a lot of small furnitures build, like usually when you build like a set building like this, you do get lots of interesting furniture builds. Although like every time you build something, yeah, I learn a lot, but it's still quite difficult to apply you know the skills in other set. I mean, you can, but you need planning and stuff. It's not like, I mean, there's like people very talented and they learn, they can replicate pretty quickly. But for me, it's not the same case. So yeah, but the most important part again is to enjoy the process. Don't pressure yourself to do something that you, I would say you not enjoy, but like force yourself to do something. Um, you don't have to force yourself to do things within a short time, and especially this with no stakes. You're supposed to spend time and relax. So then what's the point of pushing yourself so hard, right? I mean, you sometimes you do still want to push your limit, but it's not like if you don't push it, then you lose the job or something like that. So yeah, sometimes you should just take it easy, and this is what a hobby is supposed to be. You take it easy and have a good time. I think I can build 3 bags a day, hopefully. Um, yeah, which way I should face the build a. Sometimes it's always the the difficulty on getting everything right. Um, well, I mean, not getting everything right. There's no right or wrong. To be honest. I really want to play some music. If I play music, as I mentioned in day one, I think, then we'll get into some copyright trouble once I upload the video. And also, when playing music, I usually end up sing along to it. And that's not the point of the video, right? Capturing me singing while building Lego. Maybe in the future. At the moment, I'm not ready to do that yet. But I think even you sing unless it's your own original song, and you still need to watch out for copyrights. I mean, nobody cares if nobody watched this video, but you never know. YouTube is lots of things are handled by AI, so yeah. With all the AI stuff, I wonder, how it's gonna factor in Lego building, right? Because what's the point if you rely on AI to build Lego? Because you're not going to enjoy yourself. You can need artificial intelligence to demonstrate. And I get really, annoyed with some of the feeds nowadays, on Instagram and other social media, and kind of showing you some AI generated Lego set. It's, I mean, some people might like it. For me, right, it's just not my thing. I really don't like it. I mean, I like the concept of AI, and in fact, you should figure out how you can utilize them. But generating fake, well, not fake, but generating Lego sets, potential Lego sets. I mean, they might generate something good, but so far all the images that I've seen is just not genuine enough. Like, I just feel like, hey, there's lots of things that's not possible in the current Lego design. I really don't like this type of stickers. It's so hard to align it properly, and I think I just messed it up. Oh, yes, I did. No. Ah, you see, yeah, I messed up the sticker, and there's no way that I can peel back. If I peel back, it only make things worse. Well, I wonder if Lego customer service will replace the sticker because I messed up. Uh, that's why some of the I don't mind sticker, but when the sticker is like hard to apply, then it just makes me feel really sad. This is so bad. There's no way to fix it. Well, only if I could afford another one. I might really just send Lego a message and say, hey, I messed up applying the sticker because you have designed the sticker to be extremely difficult to apply. I mean, it's not helping with my hands shaking though. Okay, this side a little bit better. Yeah, at least I didn't end up with the line. Oh, this one really irritating. No, there's no way I can fix it. And I think I need to, speak up a little bit, give it a little bit more energy. But, it's quite late at night. But to be honest, it's all excuse, right? If you want to make something good, do something the best you can, and you can't just keep having excuse. Oh, because it's late at night. But we always come up with excuse on why something doesn't work for you or such. It's just human nature, I guess. But yeah, I need to stop making excuses and just get on with it. Come up with something interesting regarding Lego to talk about. Sometimes it may be just something happen in our lives and stuff. But yeah, I think there are quite a bit dead air in this video because I'm concentrating on trying to build the thing, and just nothing comes to mind. What do I want to talk about? Nothing at the moment, to be honest. Maybe we should just get a drink, and enjoy building it. And things not being aligned properly. I need a sip of water now. Come on, Felipe, speak up. You have to like talk in a voice that capture people's attention, right? I keep talking like I'm very sleepy, and it's just not interesting. Nobody want to hear someone talk like this because I don't want to as well. So let's say if the tone and everything kind of improve throughout this video, because it's gonna be a long video, with the plan on building 3 to 4 bags, if time permitted. I kind of started a bit later today, for various reasons. You know, time sometimes is out of your control if you have lots of other commitments in your life. But yeah, depending on how much time I spend on building this, and then we can decide how far I can go. But I really want to like finish building this at some point, or maybe within the next 2 or 3 days. It's quite a challenge, to be honest. This is not like easy, simple build. And it's not complex. It's just quite lots of small parts. So like every time I look at this, I want it to be facing the same direction. Like this also takes some time. Yeah, and just keep building it. So what if you put this in this direction? You have to make sure that it clips in the middle of it. I think I'm getting it right. This is actually a pretty cool way on creating a stair. So we need to put it in here. Yep. Okay. So it's supposed to be straight, so I need to make sure that the angles all lined up. It's not that easy, but hey, it's a pretty cool way to build the stairs. At least it's the first time I build stairs like this. It's interesting enough. What else you can use? There are lots of places that you can use, but the thing is, you need all these pieces. Sometimes when I build big set like this, I discover, oh yeah, this is a pretty cool way. I can use it somewhere, but then I have lots of Lego sets, but it's often built and not disassembled. So it's like, and at the same time, sometimes I want to keep that build intact, so I don't have the parts. Even I have the parts, sometimes it's not the right color, and often when I get onto the what's that pick a brick, I often forget the piece since I want to buy. And it takes time to browse through the pick a brick online. But again, I feel like I'm just making excuse on doing something cool. This may be one of the reasons why some of the things that I do are not entirely successful, because I keep making excuse to take it to another level, and always repeating, oh yeah, it's easier to say than actually doing it. But to be honest, you just have to get on with it, otherwise nothing gonna happen. And then I kind of put it in the wrong way. So because of this part here, it's kind of blocking, or maybe even the camera not capturing it at all. I have no idea what camera is capturing right now. Maybe I should switch back to use the selfie camera so I can see. And I spread it across too far, so I'm actually making the interior here. And by making this video, I realized that, hey, if I make this style, the talk better be interesting, because the key thing of, showing the build, it's just not possible unless, I have multiple cameras and, spend time doing a lot of edits afterwards. Otherwise, it's very hard to show like the little details. I mean, I can switch the build to this side, but once I switch it and I look at the instruction, it's kind of like disorientating, and then just slow the whole um, build down, which is not the intention. In fact, it's supposed to be kind of building in the normal speed, so I get to open stuff that I bought rather than having them stay unopened. The other reason why I think I should start building the set is well, not recently. At some point, on Reddit there was a post. Someone was posting, oh yeah, he got huge Lego house because one of his friends that into Lego died, and gave him his whole collection. This is actually a pretty sad story because there are lots of cool sets, and the person not getting the chance to build them, because all the Lego set you bought it is supposed to build it. I'm never a fan of investing, because investing just toys, and it's really really difficult to liquidate. And that's mean that you just keep spending money, and you can't convert into cash, and it just takes up space, and also the pressure of keeping all the boxes in a pristine conditions, and that's not what you're supposed to do with Lego. You're supposed to open it and build it. Yeah, I know I've got a huge backlog that hasn't been opened, but I'm actively trying to make myself open a bit more, especially now that I can't afford Lego the same pace that I used to. Well, I was able to. Um, I don't know. Maybe next year it's going to be worse. Today, the Reserve Bank just announced that they're going to keep the rate at the current rates, and not planning to reduce anything until like mid 2025. So it's going to put pressure on me next year, definitely, when I need to refix my mortgage. It's going to be a terrible year. In fact, there might be a chance I have to even sell some of the cool stuff that I have and not yet open, and well, assuming someone will buy it, but it's very unlikely, to be honest, especially in New Zealand. I just don't see how things are being so like anybody buy it. Like everybody, like if you post something, it's like, or people looking for something, it's like, hey, do you have this set selling it cheap? Well, if it's secondhand, maybe, but if it's an open, right? And I don't know, like the reason that you want to sell something is to cash out. But if you're not able to cash out in a particular level, then you are losing it. And I mean, unless you're very desperate, you don't really want to do that. Like, even though you don't want, you accept the fact that, hey, you're not going to get your money back, but having it 50% of the original price while it's still brand new and open, that's just ridiculous. But yeah, I don't really like to talk about selling. It's kind of like promoting Lego in investing, which is not my intention. My intention has always been, not just Lego, lots of collectibles that you're supposed to enjoy it, right? Sometimes when you grow up, it's not by enjoying, not meaning that you're actively playing with it, but it's like enjoying the process, or once you finish building something, you can display it and appreciate the beauty of it. So yeah, looks like I'm gonna finish this back pretty soon. I think I might stop at the next one again. Yeah, I think it will fix the whole video feeling when sometimes you just have a day that your talk or even your voice not as energetic um, as some other days. Putting music, background music, right, would be quite helpful, but without getting some license or signing up to some service, just using the YouTube default one is proved to be difficult. I wish YouTube introduced a looping one music um, function or features that would in fact helps a lot, but I'm not expecting them adding feature like this anytime soon, so just bear with me. I'm trying to reduce the the number of you know, silence moment as much as possible. By looking at this design here, looks like there will be a feature on getting it pull out maybe. Well, there's quite a few spare pieces, but hey, finish back 4. So moving on to back 5. I think it's only 1, or maybe there's 2. 6, 7. Looks like I just went back. The other thing that kind of keep my voice down is really try to not speaking too loud. Right. I think this one roughly takes me about the same time. I think so. Unless I end up talking a little bit more than usual, then it should be within the same time limit. Let me just check the time. Right now it's 10:35. But yes, I think I will have to stop after this one, which means I'm not even halfway through the set. That's like a bit behind my original estimate. Just like all other software projects, it's rarely you kind of finish the project within the planned time. There's always things happens. I need the cape again. This time is the red cape. think this is the final one, so I can throw this away afterwards. Yes, this. I can throw this away. To be honest, the minifigures are pretty cool. Like, these are all exclusive minifigures. I think in the past, when Lego released Lego Ideas Set, they don't make new parts for it. But in recent years, they changed the game completely. It's like so many Lego Ideas Set comes with unique parts just for that particular set. Is a move that I really appreciate. I'm not sure what kind of Lego fan you are. You might not even be a Lego fan, but I'm kind of get to a point where sometimes it's not just a build, but I really want to get a specific piece. And there's instances I put a set just for some like one particular piece. And I have zero interest in the set. Sometimes after I building it, then I kind of appreciate the set, but most of the time there's some exclusive pieces in like some junior sets. It's because a junior set usually is it's really for play. So usually those set doesn't look that good. Although you do get some really cool printed pieces in those themes and sets. But for me, it's sometimes if you can get the particular piece. The thing if it's not non-licensed, that you always have the chance to get it through pick a brick. But for licensed one, you either you buy it secondhand or from Bricklink, and the licensed one usually not cheap because you can't get the individual part easily, so people need to factor in the cost, so they sell in a price that makes sense to them. But it is what it is. This is another thing I'm trying to actively avoid. Buying a particular set with a particular piece. I usually a sucker on printed pieces or minifigure parts or minifigure accessories. Those are the one that pieces that I really want because I'm a fan of minifigure. Yeah, so there are lots of set I bought just for the minifigure. And next year they got Legos planning to release the Animal Crossing stuff. Lots of unique printed pieces that I really want. I need to figure out how I can afford those. I have a few listing selling a few sets that I have double up. Sometimes it's unintentional double up, sometimes it's intentional. Not because I want to sell the set, but more like, for example, the recent Lego Friends Botanical Garden is a really good set. Go check out my review video at some point if you're interested. It's a really cool set that I actually bought too because there was a discount, buy one and get another one 50% off. And the one set doesn't really have a fully enclosed botanical garden, but even just half of it looks pretty cool. But having the complete dome looks much better. There are lots of people already upload videos and instruction on how to build those. My plan was to have my own style, try to cover it up, but never really have time to plan out how to do it. So there's like one set unopened, double up. Right now, I'm not selling that yet, but let's say if I really need cash, I mean even not for Lego, but in general, I might need cash to keep surviving next year, and I might have to sell it at some point. I really hope not, but what can you do, right? If you can't put food on the table, then you need to figure out all the possible ways to pay for food. It's not even the bills, right? Some of the bills, like worst case, you just cut using that services, but If you can't, you know, pay for the essentials, then big trouble. And it's quite ridiculous on, all the essential, how expensive they are nowadays. But I think I'm not in the right place to make such comment because I'm building an expensive Lego set right now. So, whatever I say is really a first world problem. And there are lots of people kind of in a worse shape, a worse situation than me. And but well, although we need to consider those things, but at the same time, this is how I feel and what I want to say at this particular moment. Then, why not? Um, I slowly feel like I'm using this channel or this platform as a venting tool. Believe it or not, sometimes there's not much places to vent because even at house, right? Sometimes it's not that good just to be yourself completely because you're gonna hurt some people. Um, so yeah, but then you know everyone close to me, everyone knows me, kind of knows about this channel. So it's not like I can vent anything. I need to think about the people that watch it as well. Um, yeah, it's hard sometimes. Uh, Different color frogs. Well, I guess you need different color frogs, right? Because that's what witches do. They make potion or poison, and you need exotic ingredients like frogs and stuff. Just because Hocus Pocus is a family movie, so you don't get some weird stuff inside. But it can be extremely caustic if you think about it. If it's not a family friendly thing, like imagine it's something like the early Peter Jackson days, those crazy goofy movies. I doubt Lego will release something like that. Like, if you want to, then you have to create yourself. But there are some quite violent Lego set around. The most recent one. Um, if you're into like Jurassic Park, right? There's the, the set with the Dilophosaurus. It's really depicting the actual death scenes of the character, and they include the minifigure. Obviously, for people, especially that movie is quite old now. Not everyone in the target age group might have seen the movie, but for grown up like us, that set is pretty, you know, attractive to us because of the movie reference, and immediately it's like, ooh, like you know, it's a set depicting a impending death of someone. Although you can't really recreate the actual scene because the jeep that you build is not big enough to fit the dinosaur in, but you know what I mean. I really like this candle thing. So far the interior is really interesting. Um, it's, it has this unique vibes, and yeah. But of course, lots of decoration is for the witches, so it's not like that you would put in a typical Lego apartment or something like that. Uh, that's good enough. All right, there are a couple of small things that need to be. That's why I'm saying, like, probably today I will have to stop at this back because I'm getting tired as well. Um, you know, the whole point of Lego is not pushing my limit. And at the same time, the way one of the main reason that I kind of changed the style a little bit is that by filming this way is not just allowing me to share more raw feelings of you know the set, and talk about stuff that happened during the day, but also give me some flexibility on what I can do, um, without giving me too much pressure on meeting schedule. Because in the past 12 months, my channel grew quite a bit in terms of subscriber, but not engagement. And for somehow, even though some of the stats are good, but people just don't comment on it. But anyway, that's not related on what I'm trying to talk about. But um, so 12 months ago, I started using shorts to grow my channel, and also try to keep a weekly update on review and stuff. So instead of just build a set and take a review video, I also try to film the whole building process. And also life got a little bit busy, so I don't really have time to build big sets. So I kind of set myself some a not tight, but a schedule that try to make it work. um it's like Monday and Tuesday trying to build the thing, and then Wednesday trying to film the review, and then Thursday kind of do the editing and upload, and Friday kind of, because sometimes Friday got some TV and I want to watch, then it's like do nothing about it, and then Saturday it's like sometimes I do have ideas on making some quick IG reels, and that's what Saturday is for, and then Sunday just filming maybe 18 to 20 minifigures, so I get the minifigure shots. I usually do like 3 per day, so I need to get those, so I get a week of things that I can upload in advance. And that's kind of restrict me to keep building smaller sets, and also contribute to a lot of things. It's not just about display or time, but and by changing this, rather than force myself to have certain contents up at certain point, trying to reduce the number of shots, to be just one per day, or maybe on demand, or whenever that I feel like I can, because I'm not interested in growing subscriber anymore. But right now, just want to share how I feel about Lego set, or most importantly, kind of give some insight of how I spend my free time with Lego. Um, I sometimes I don't think I should call myself an adult fan of Lego, but I am a fan, but it's different, right? So most of the time you see people, it's like, oh, they have a huge Lego room, or they have a huge Lego city laid out, but I don't have it. Or some people have like you know extreme talent in building their own creation, and I don't have that as well. So I'm just me, like collecting Lego, and building Lego, and that's what I like to do. So yeah, this give me the opportunity to share what I hope most people are kind of in the same shoe, because I doubt everyone will have a huge Lego room or huge layout. But maybe I'm the outlier. I don't know. I will only find out if content that I make actually reach a wider audience, or I actively engage in some of the communities. But to be honest, even I try to engage, it might not be my cup of tea just because who I am. But I guess, you get what I mean, right? So it's like just a typical person with other commitments full time. It's like, how do I spend my free time with Lego? And that is the main driver of me changing the style, rather than, hey, I'm gonna make a review and describe how I feel about the set, because of you know certain limitation. I just not able to film the review with me kind of interacting. So it's always me holding the camera and kind of talk about the set, which really hard to capture people attention. Um, but if I continue to talk this way, I don't think I can capture people attention as well, unless you know about me and you're keen to know about how do I spend my free time. But still don't it. Doing this way, I can enjoy Lego more freely and enjoy my free time, and also allow me to kind of you know talk about the stuff with my eyes looking into the camera, although I'm still you know learning the, the, the I guess the most optimal way, because it's not just about how often you look in the camera. It's also about how I speak, and for me, right, the other challenge it would be picking the right words. um I think even for a native speaker, the same, right? So it's not about how well you know the language, but it's also about what is the word? Um, I guess the quality of sentence that you can construct without writing it down. That itself is an art. Um, it's not easy. If it's that easy, right? Everyone could be a real good composer, a real good presenter, or real good narrator, right? But yeah, I'm really liking this small build here. So it's a build to display a book, and the way that it constructs itself is very interesting. Um, it's gonna be perfect if you want to create a museum. Well, this set is kind of museum, right? It's like an attraction. People go in and check out the stuff. Okay, so there's something. No, I think it's not really aligned. So this book is using sticker, but you can replace it with from the Marvel Studio minifigure series 2, the Agatha Harkness minifigure got a printed dark hole, and you can use that instead if you want to. You can change this completely to be something to do with Marvel. And talking about Marvel is not having a good day at the box office lately. There are various reasons though, but that's a topic for another day. I think it's more fitting if I start building, a Marvel set like the Avengers Tower. Hopefully one day I can afford it. Like not in the distant future. I mean, like at some point I can afford it, but it's just more like if I can, afford it sooner, the better. Um, yeah. So this is the part where the witches cook this stuff. And sometimes you do have feel like putting in loose pieces into a certain place. This is a technique that I usually don't like, because it's good if your set is stationary, but it's not that good if you need to move stuff around, because it's gonna drop out. I really don't like things dropping around. But I'm not that extreme that I need to glue, and I really hate people gluing Lego. I mean, if in Legoland and stuff that there are places that make sense that you need to glue it. Like if it's a particular display piece that is huge, for public display, because even you tell people not to touch, right? There are not many people following rules nowadays because they say, hey, I have the rights, I have the freedom to do whatever I want. But like, come on, the rules are there not to restrict you, but kind of help people to build discipline and respect. It's not like the rule is right or wrong, but sometimes it's just there because if you follow a minimum set of rules, the world will probably be a better place than people just keep thinking about themselves. And I have to be careful with this kind of talk because it might get me cancelled. But I don't think I'll get cancelled for now. It will be like, maybe in distant future, more people discover my videos or interested in listening to the stuff that I talked about. And then I get cancelled because something I said in the past doesn't please a particular group of people. But anyway, so far, it's a pretty cool, enjoyable build so far. I mean, it's not the first time I talk about it. It's probably like, been repeating, saying it. But I think at the moment, it's worth the money. And if you're able to get a discount for this, it's even better. Because it's a really, really detailed build, and there's lots of cool things that you don't get to experience in other sets. Well, depending on what kind of sets that you build. But so far, I have all the big set that I built. This is quite unique on how it's set up, which is a good thing. Because as I mentioned earlier, like last time I built the modular chess cup, there were so many things that, oh yeah, I built that before. So apart from a very small portion of the building experience, although like it looks really good. I really like the chess club, but that's the thing with you building so many things. At some point, you will find it a bit not that refreshing, and then the whole building thing can be not. I wouldn't say not enjoyable. It's just like, oh yeah, I've done this before, and you know what I mean. But if it's you just started collecting Lego again, and then this is a pretty cool set that I don't even need to finish building it. I would just recommend this straight away. It's a pretty cool thing to build. Having seeing it coming into shape bits by pieces, that's also one form of enjoyment as well. Because if you buy, small set or some set that targeting a younger audience, you don't get the same experience that I guarantee. But you don't need me to to say it because probably you have heard similar thing from other more influential personalities. And hopefully one day, you know, my opinions matter as well. So it's not an easy thing to do, but I'm trying. And then every day, I think there's a good day and bad days, but in the good days, you probably will notice some improvement in the overall contents. I wouldn't say quality because quality takes time. That's the thing. But I'm not into quantity as well. But it's not like I want to upload daily. I upload when I actually spend time. So it's like right now because I'm building the set. So if I got time, I would, want to finish building it because I really don't want to have an unfinished build sitting somewhere that I picked up a few days later. Because with two young kids, two just turned 2 years old around, what happened if one piece get misplaced. It's not like I don't want them to touch my stuff, but more like, hey, if they touch a thing and the thing disappears somewhere, then the time to find those pieces can be unimaginable. Well, maybe that's not the right word. And you saw I just made a mistake. I need to pull things apart to fix it. Every time there's always some mistake. I wonder how I can minimize those mistakes. It's different to software, right? You can't validate, you can't check. You can only see it once you finish it. That's tough. Ideally, you're able to anticipate everything until before you finish, but it's not that easy. You require you to able to anticipate what's ahead, right? So I guess that's the thing. I still kind of need, like, especially in building Lego, I still need to like follow the instruction, right? But like imagine you open up the back and you just look at the picture and you know how it's being constructed. That is the level that you want to get to if you want to become a master builder, not because you want to follow people instruction about it, but it's more like, hey, this is you can treat it as different variables or different data types, and you want to construct it. You look at the stuff. And this is the thing that I want to construct, and just by looking at it, how each piece is supposed to connect together, and that's not easy. That's some sort of particular skills. It's not like I can just you know call my friends like I bought a Lego set and I have a particular set of skills. It's not that easy. And that's why those people become professional because and earn a living on it because they possess something special, right? I'm pretty sure if any one of us try harder rather than hey enjoy the building it, but while enjoying it, kind of learn how things works and supposed to works, right? And then you keep practicing rather than you know building the set that you bought. You keep thinking, what other stuff that you can do with the set, and then not just thinking about it, but execute. Then likely you will become very good at building stuff from scratch, and then you don't really need instruction. So one of my idea of challenge is like, get the biggest Lego set, but throw away the instruction, and then even the number bag, you just don't care, just open it up. Maybe you should sort different pieces rather than just dump it into a bucket, because if you dump it in a bucket, then you just make it extremely difficult. Looks like there's one piece missing. I think I might make a mistake, so piece on somewhere. But anyway, back to conversation earlier. Yeah, so the biggest challenge would be just open up the set and just you just dump it somewhere. That would be pretty crazy. if you ask me. Just imagine that, buying the Rivendell set and throw away all the instruction and just having the I mean even the sorting part is gonna be quite long. Um, but after sorting it, right? If it's without sorting, I don't think anyone could finish building the Rivendell in a reasonable time. And I think it just passed 11, and I thought there's a missing pieces, but actually it's a start of bag number 6, which I think I will leave it to next time. And so far it's taking shape. You can see lots of interior details have been added to the set, and you also see the shape of the exterior, um, and it's looking good so far. So I'm looking forward to the next few bags, and hopefully in the next few days I will able to complete the set. And yeah, this is it, and time to go to bed.